All right, hey, welcome to Be Less Stupid. So I thought you might like to see where I am, right? I'm here in Beverly Hills, California at the Donald Trump rally. We're about 2 weeks from the election, and there's about, I don't know, I'm gonna say there's about 1,000 people here. You can take a look around and you can see for yourself. Hold on, let me get you a good view here. Right, there's an enormous crowd. This is much bigger. This is about the 10th weekend in a row that this group of Trump supporters has been here in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills, to show their support for the president. And so, boy, there's a lot going on here. I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to about 36 people or so, and I'll tell you what I learned so far. There's a lot of people here who are not prepared to accept the results of the election on November 3rd. Many of them believe that the system is rigged and that it's rigged against the president. And several of them have suggested to me that what they are preparing for is a civil war. And that's the thing that I'm greatly worried about. And I suspect that, obviously, that many of you are as well. And that is the thing that so far has me thrown the most. I ask people how they are feeling about the honesty of the election, and many of them believe that mail-in voting ballots, in the same way that the president has encouraged them to think that it is fraudulent and that there's some kind of scheme afoot. And so many of them now believe that the election is rigged, and that if the election is rigged, they are prepared for civil war. Let that sink in, okay? Seriously, let that sink in. So that is the most, for me, that's the most troubling thing that I've heard here so far, right? Really very, very disturbing. People are not prepared to accept the results. They think if Trump wins, then the election was fair, and if Trump does not win, then the election is unfair. And well, I got to say, that's incredibly disturbing, right? This week, this organization that's here, that's supporting the president, has been here now about 10 weeks in a row, and this is their largest turnout so far. I'm going to say approximately 1,000 people at the moment. Last week, maybe there was 600 or 700. This week, easily 1,000 people. And they are incredibly enthusiastic for the president, their enthusiasm isn't surprising. What is surprising, though, is their enthusiasm here in Beverly Hills, right? This is an area of the country that is going to vote for the vice president, going to vote blue, and has and will, and that, quite frankly, it's a fool's errand to come out here and protest, right? It's not going to turn anybody, and if it does, it's certainly not going to turn enough people to turn California red. And so clearly that is disturbing. The other disturbing thing that I discovered today was how many people believe, as I stand here in Beverly Hills adjacent to Hollywood, that the people of Hollywood and show business are hiding a pedophile ring, and that requires them to periodically sacrifice children. And I gotta say, I find that to be unbelievably disturbing, that such a large group of people are so confident that their neighbors right here in Beverly Hills and in show business and in Hollywood are engaged in the most heinous of crimes, right? It really is an unbelievable way in which to demonize your opponents by accusing them of being pedophiles, right? It's unbelievably disturbing. And I gotta say, so far my experience has been that nobody is doing it because they they think they're going to score political points, right? They're saying it because they believe it. Now, I see that lots of you are offering up comments, and I love getting the comments, and I like doing this, and I like talking to you. However, the sun is incredibly bright, and I cannot see the comments on the screen, and so I'm sorry about that. I'll do my best later tonight to come back and answer some of these questions that are appearing in the comments, right? But it's going to be, it's tough for me to read them here now because it's hard for me to see the screen. It requires me to do this, and quite frankly, nobody wants to see that. Oh, and this is about the third or fourth time that I've done this, and one of the main comments that I get from people over and over is, dude, why aren't you wearing your mask? Well, look, I have it. It's right here. Okay, you saw me wearing it at the beginning, and I've taken it off so that you can hear me here at the event. Right? I'll take my chances for a few minutes here, and I'll just give you a little sight of what's going on. What about this? I'll walk through the crowd. It'll be a little bit tougher to hear me, but as soon as I come out on the other side, you'll be able to hear me. I thought it might be useful for you to have a look at what's going on here. Okay? So here we go. I'll wander into the crowd, and you'll get a better view of what's going on. My guess is you could probably hear a little of me. Again, I'm going to say there's about 1,000 people here, and quite frankly, it might even be more than that. And it's an enormous crowd for Beverly Hills, obviously, right? I'm going to say, quite frankly, a surprising turnout. But, well, maybe not that surprising, given that the election is just 2 weeks away. All right, look, there's another whole half a side, but I'm going to hang out right here because, well, I get you a nice view from over here. Okay, so, look, here's what's really incredibly important. I don't know where people are at, but you have 2 more weeks to cast your ballot unless you want to do it on Election Day, in which case that's November 3rd. So please, make sure that you go to vote.org. That's vote.org. And make sure that you have a plan to be to where you're going to vote, right? Make sure that you are registered, and make sure, please, that you know where your polling place is, right? A lot of people, people move around and they tend to forget or not know where their polling place is. And I would like you to please make sure that you know where your polling place is, okay? That's important. I'll give you another look around, right? You can see all the people that are here. Again, if you're new now to the live stream, I just want to say, again, I want to remind you that I'm in Beverly Hills, California, at a park that is just west of Hollywood. Based on where I'm standing now, this way is the ocean, about 3 or 4 miles to this way, and to the left is Hollywood, just like 1 or 2 miles to the left, and in front of me here is Beverly Hills. And behind me is the neighborhood of Beverly Hills. Here on this side, it's commerce. Over here is residential. And again, if you're new or you're just joined us, let me just remind you that I'm having trouble seeing the screen because the sun is so bright. So it's tough for me to answer your questions. So let me just remind everyone that Election Day is November 3rd. If you are a young person, please, I beg you to encourage your parents to please come out and vote on November 3rd, right? And, hey, how you doing?
Yes, you must vote.
Right? Are you a supporter of the president's?
Of course I am.
And do you believe in QAnon? Are you a supporter of that?
No.
No, you don't think the QAnon stuff is real? Do you think that there's a group of elitist pedophiles here in Beverly Hills and in Hollywood who are sacrificing children.
No, I do not.
Neither do I. I don't think that's real.
No, this is all propaganda to work against our president because they just can't handle that they're going to lose again.
The liberals.
Yeah, the libertards.
Yeah, libtards. They can't believe that they're going to lose. And can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you mind? You're clearly a nice woman. I want to know why you support the president.
Because I think he's done amazing things for the American people. He's done amazing things for the economy. The trade deals he's created, the deals with Israel. Now Sudan and Israel will be on good terms for the first time in history. He's just really trying to bring jobs back, our economy back, and protect the American people. Too many politicians have had no balls and no
All right.
guts.
Now, what about, though, does it concern you about all those women who accuse them of being sexually inappropriate?
No, I think whenever there's a high-figured person, there's always going to try to find some kind of smut on them. Whether it's true or not true, I cannot say, but
All right.
There's smut for everybody.
And what about, are you concerned about the election? Do you think that the election will be fair?
I'm praying it is, but I don't know. I don't know.
What if they announce on election night that Donald Trump has lost? Will you? Are you prepared to accept that?
That's a hard question. Are you?
Well, I hope that the president doesn't win.
Oh, you hope that the president doesn't win.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. So okay. Well,
I'm not tricking you. I'm not a supporter, but I'm also honest.
Right. Okay.
Right. I'm curious to know: are you prepared to accept a loss?
Are you prepared?
That's what you're supposed to do. Of course, you have to accept it.
Well, that's not true. Several people here told me they're preparing for civil war, and so
No, that's untrue.
Nope. I have it on tape. I recorded it.
The only people that loot, riot are the Democratic supporters.
Hold on, I want to see you.
Your Black Lives Matter,
Yeah.
your Antifa, your Hate American groups, those are all funded by George Soros and the Democratic Party.
Okay.
They're the most crooked party, and if you support them, that's pretty insane on your part.
Well-
to support the Biden crime family who has done so much destruction and stealing money. How about the $1.8 billion that went to Iran? I mean, you guys are supporting a group that is stealing money.
I want people to hear you.
Open borders, bring in, all these drugs, bring in sex trafficking.
So,
I mean,
do you think that there is a child sex trafficking ring
yes,
here in Hollywood?
Yes.
You do?
Yes,
And
1,000,000%.
And can you describe it for me? Like, what's going on?
Oh, well, if you don't see it, then I can't talk to people that are blindfolded.
All right.
It's happening. It's out there. It's been reported for the past 20 freaking years. It's been found over and over again. I mean, this is nothing new. This is yesterday's news. Why don't you get on today's news?
All right. Well, thank you. Well, there you go. That's my new friend. So, let's see. I'll take you around over here, and we can have a look and see what else is going on. Because, well, this is a lot of fun, right? So, boy, the crowd here is enormous, right? Before I said it was about 1,000 people, and now I'm going to say around, it could be as many as 1,200, right? Take a look. I think that you can see the enormity of the crowd. Let me see if I can give you a good 360 on this. Right? I figure I should take a moment here and just plug the channel. Folks, if you could do me a favor, we're at about, 61 or 62,000 subscribers. I got to double that, right? In order to make this thing possible, in order for me to keep doing it, I got to double the number of subscribers on this channel. So if you could tell your friends about Be Less Stupid and about the work that I'm doing, that would really be a great big help to me. I really would appreciate it very much. If you made sure that you subscribe, make sure that you tell a friend or two, and that way I can keep doing it. It costs you nothing, and I get to keep doing the thing that I love, which is just reporting on truth and facts and honesty, and letting you know what's going on in the world. So thanks very much if you're a supporter of the channel. I really appreciate it. I know you have a lot of choices about what you can choose when you pick something to watch on YouTube. So I want to just say thank you to everyone who supports Be Less Stupid. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. I think it's over here, right? But I'm turned around, and so it also could be over here, right? I don't know. But anyway, okay. So if you're new now to the stream, I'll tell you what's going on. I'm here in Beverly Hills, California, right? To my right is the ocean, about 3 or 4 miles this way. To my left is the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and here now, about 1,200 Trump supporters are out to support the president. We're 2 weeks away from the election, which is November 3rd. If you haven't already, please make sure that you go to vote.org and make sure that you are registered and that you know where your polling place is. That is incredibly, wildly, unbelievably important. And if you can, please offer to take someone with you to the voting, right? An elderly neighbor, a relative, somebody who needs a little extra help or a little extra time, or help them fill out their ballot. That way we'll get 2 votes, right? Thanks to you. So let me, I'll walk through again and we'll have a little look around. So don't go anywhere. You might hear a little less of me as we walk through, but I thought there's stuff that you should see.
But we have to show the whole world, especially USA, because of the media and so on. They only show the negative side of the person who's we are only because of the policies and procedures.
So today, this event so far has been really peaceful. I've been here when it's been less so, but so far, this event's been going on for about 2 hours, I'd say, give or take.
I follow you on TikTok.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I really appreciate it. I know, that's okay. Hey, so you're a Trump supporter, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, thanks for following me. That's really nice. I appreciate it.
What's the name of your channel again?
Be Less Stupid.
Be Less Stupid.
Yeah, and so we're doing it live on YouTube right now, and I'll go to TikTok after this. I got to do one and then the other.
Okay.
So let me ask you. You seem like you're a reasonable guy.
Yeah.
Right. I suspect.
Yeah.
What about the people in the crowd who think that Hollywood is a
pedophile.
that there's pedophiles running a pedophile ring?
Actually, I do record some of the Save the Children marches. Their main mission of the 800,000 migrant children that go missing every year, that's a real issue, and I do support that. You do find some people that'll say like Hillary Clinton's Satan or something like that. That stuff I don't support. But yeah, for whatever reason, the Q stuff does have some different characters. But as far as like their main goal to stop human trafficking and child trafficking, that is an important issue, and that should be.
I know, but do you think that Tom Hanks is orchestrating the death of babies in order to feed some insatiable appetite?
You're talking about the adrenochrome conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Q conspiracy that says that there's a child trafficking ring, that they're sacrificing children.
In Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, specifically, you're talking about the adrenochrome thing where they supposedly drink baby's blood or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not. I don't believe that's true. But you know.
All right. And what's the thing you're hoping for that the president will do in his second term? That you like? What's the thing that you go? Oh, I hope that if he gets reelected, he's going to do this thing and it's going to make the country better.
Honestly, for me, we just need to re-educate the people in America about how America works. I'd also like people, Democrats for one, to understand that our economy can't exist with just a bunch of handouts. Our billionaires have $2 trillion. Healthcare is something like $4 trillion a year.
Give or take.
Yeah. It's very expensive. I'd like the people to kind of be re-educated on the economy.
All right.
Maybe take over the schools more. Just educate people on how America works.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you following me, and thanks. I appreciate it. All right. Look at that. That's nice. I always like it when people who have seen my work say hello. That's always very nice. Makes me happy. Okay, so look at this. Boy, now have a look around here, right? We can see how many people really are here, right? It's, you know, I keep updating you on the crowd size. You know, I'm not some kind of crowd scientist, but I'll say that there's, I don't know, at least probably 1,500 people here now. It's awfully crowded, and again, not a surprise that we're 2 weeks away from the election, right? So, look, this feels like I've been doing this now for about 25 or 30 minutes. And again, I want to apologize to all of you who are offering up your comments. It's just, the sun is so bright that I am unable to see the screen. So I hope that you'll understand. It's not that I don't want to interact. It's not that I don't want to answer your questions. It's that quite literally I can't see them. Anyway, look, if anything interesting happens, I'll come back and do another live. But I feel like we've covered it. So I want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in. Please, if you don't mind, it would really be a great help if you told your friends to subscribe to the channel. Maybe share this video with them so they could see what's going on. It really would be a wonderful help. And so thanks to everyone for tuning in. Remember, on November 3rd, you must, I mean seriously, you must cast your ballot for Joe Biden. And please subscribe to this channel. All right, folks, I'm gonna call it a day now, and if something comes up, I'll come back. All right, everybody, thanks. Now, if I could figure out how to turn it off, we're really gonna have something.